Welcome back. It's the Flow Friday Sports Show on Flow FM. North Central Netball time now with Kylie Walsh joining me on the line, the association president. She's very excited with the finals in full swing. Kylie, you're up and about.
We are. Thank you, Alice. It was a great weekend of netball with a tight game throughout the whole grade. So it was wonderful to see the kick-off for the first semi.
It's exactly what we want. We always crave it. We don't always get it, but we got it in the first round of finals. That is for sure. We'll start off in the A grade with Boort Watcham's game against Ngunnawal, and this one was a real nail-biter, Kylie. 31 to the victorious 33 in Ngunnawal in the end, getting one over Boort Watcham. A very interesting play-by-play here. How did both these sides look over the course of the game, and what gave Ngunnawal the edge?
Well, as we've been speaking about, Alice, it was with the top four of A grade, it was going to be anyone's game Saturday, and it was whoever handled the pressure of the moment. And the pace of the game and the delivery of the ball was superb, with all players attacking the ball at every chance. The second quarter changes for the Bulls appeared to alter their momentum, and Ngunnawal were able to capitalise on this and change and pushed out the score just to give them a little bit of breathing space. But then a slight alteration into the goals with Darcy Teeny for the Bulls coming in and popped in a couple of quick goals which seemed to settle the Bulls and let them breathe and regroup. It was wonderful to see. We had our North Central vote count on Sunday, so it was wonderful to see our North Central A grade best and fairest Tiana Brooke for the Bulls pair up against the runner-up for A grade Ngunnawal's Meg Hogan pair up and showcase their skills. And as the result came on Sunday, the two of them up against each other, and it was wonderful for them to showcase those. Bulls then took another breath in the fourth quarter and found their drive to the ball and accuracy at the post. But a sniff of the possible draw was inevitable, with the crowd found their voices and urged both teams on in the final minutes of the game. But unfortunately for the Bulls, their run, even though they won that quarter, the deficit for the other quarters were too high, and their run to the final goal of winning was too short. And Ngunnawal, as you said, have progressed to the preliminary final with a win over the Bulls 33 to 31. But gee whiz, it was a roller coaster of a game.
How good is Meg Hogan?
Very good, yeah. She's just light on her feet. She challenged Kiana. It was really nice to watch these two at it on Saturday. It was great.
Well, we had another Meg star in the B grade, but unfortunately she wasn't on the winning side. Donald v. Wedderburn. Wedderburn's Meg Lowry, a best on court as far as the umpires saw it. But Jasmine Hollis from Donald was the victorious player in the end, because Donald got the win here 54 to 46 in the B grade.
It was wonderful to see Meg Lowry pair up with her mother and North Central netball steward Susan Lockhart in the goals together, and it was great the direction the two of them combined bring to their team. Donald was tough enough and physical at every contest and allowing easy passages of play for uneven passages of play for the Redbacks. But in the third quarter, there was an uncharacteristic stumble for Wedderburn, and not for the want of trying. They just couldn't get the ball to go through that ring. Donald brought on some fresh legs of Emma Green after Talia Saylor created a huge amount of work and opportunities running as a running goaler. But it was an unusual situation for the Redbacks because they were chasing, and that didn't alter Donald's focus in the end goal. So Donald were able to hold their composure and take out the win, like you said, Alice, 55 to 46 over the Redbacks.
Over to the C grade, Boort Watcham and Donald in this game. In the end, it was Boort Watcham by 4 goals. So the Boort Watcham side victorious in C grade. What are the prospects like for them going forward?
Yeah, look, I hope they take a positive out of this. Boort Watcham were on a mission from the get-go. They just were attacking every ball with gusto from end to end, with Chloe Gleeson and Kylie McAvoy rewarding their teammates with the efforts in the goals. Donald was faced with a slight injury, and they had to make some quick changes, which seemed to enable the Royal Blues to pull back the scoreline, and that slightly rattled the Bulls. And then during three-quarter time break, Donald made a huge amount of changes, flipping their players all around, whilst Bulls made some tactical changes through the mid-court to recharge the legs during the day was quite warm, and that allowed our North Central C-grade best and fairest Sandy Richmond to recharge after running a quarter on the wing, and that enabled her to power through the centre for the final quarter and inspiring her teammates to chase the ball right to the end and hunt Donald. The scoreline in the final minutes looked like another potential draw, but and the Bulls were able to capitalise on a couple of quick turnovers, and that got the edge and enabled them to take that win 44-40 and progress to the prelim final.
All right. Well, Kylie, why don't you let us know how the junior sides got on in their finals games across the weekend?
Yeah, well, Nullawal took the win over Donald 25-21. So we did question how Donald was fair against their third meeting, and they certainly stamped their mark from the first whistle. Donald's defence of Abby Griffiths and Alexia Cameron caused headaches for Nullawal, so much so that Nullawal felt the need to bring on Tessa Sheehan into goals and move Shana Bartram out to the wing just to add speed and precision to the midcourt. This was a turning point for Nullawal, and that boosted their confidence for the Maroons. And Verity Rafter had the ball on the string at one point, reading the play beautifully, and her defending partner Gracie Humphries caused equal headaches to the Donald goalers and reduced their opportunity to score. So Donald did find the spirit towards the end, but Nullawal's lead was far too great, going down, as we mentioned, 25-21. In 14A, we saw Sea Lake Nandaly Tigers 24 defeated Bircham Watcham 21, and this was a very anticipated game, showcasing some wonderful skills at such a young age. The young Bullets seemed to feel the pressure on the day with a second quarter. It was quite uncharacteristic with some apprehension to the ball. And the Tigers capitalised this, gaining some extra goals. But the Bulls made a slight tweak in their defence end, and that challenged the Tigers a little bit to rethink. And then Bircham Watcham found their confidence in the back half of the final quarter, but just ran out of time to close the gap. So Sea Lake Nandaly Tigers were composed and with the chase and finished victorious over the Bulls 24-21. Our first game of the day, 14B, was Sea Lake Nandaly Tigers defeating Donald 9-7, and we thought we were going to have a draw in the first part of the day, Alice, with the girls were 7 goals apiece for the final 2 minutes, but then Sea Lake were able to convert a couple of turnovers and capitalise on that and took the win 7-9 over Donald.
Alrighty, well, we best talk about the A grade on the weekend. Just give us a quick little rundown of how things look with that schedule for the second week of finals in A grade netball.
Yeah, well, this is going to be quite interesting, Alice, because we have Boort versus Wedderburn. So this will be fascinating to see how Boort have regrouped after the last few weeks of losses, and it might show the ins and outs of how they'll go. But Redbacks have certainly found their form at the right part of the season, so this will be a fantastic game to watch, and I'm looking forward to see where Boort is at. B grade, we have Boort versus Nullawal, so this will be a great game as well. It's 1-1 swinging throughout the season, so this would go either way. C grade, we have Boort versus Nullawal, so this is I'm sure there'll be boxes of donuts for courtside for this Boort team, inspiring them to stay undefeated. So we'll just see whether Nullawal can capitalise on their opportunity and maybe pinch a couple of donuts.
Hopefully it's not donuts on the scoreboard.
Hopefully not. 17 and under A, we have Bircham Watcham versus Boort. So these two are Bircham Watcham have been quite dominating throughout their meeting, but Boort have challenged in the last meeting. So this will be a great contest, and the skill set in 17 under A is fantastic, as we've mentioned previously. In 14 under A, we have Donald versus Nullawal. So this will be a great game for these two with their win-losses 1 apiece. So it'll be interesting to see who they can handle their nerves. And our first game of the day is Bircham Watcham versus Tananas, of our youngest little ones, and this is 1 apiece as well. So we've got some great contests to get again this weekend, Alice, and I hope everyone plays well and respects each other and has a great game for players, officials and spectators and umpires in the second semi in Witcherproof.
Very well said indeed. Great sign off, Kylie Walsh, President of the North Central Netball Association. Lovely to be with you again. Enjoy it all. It sounds like you are very much loving the finals action. We'll speak to you next week.
I am indeed. Thanks, Alice.